worked tirelessly to shape the destiny of our beloved state. The journey of the Assembly reflects not only the constitutional evolution of a nascent state, but also the aspirations, challenges, and triumphs of the people of Nagaland. Since its inception on February 11, 1964, following Nagaland's statehood on December 1st, 1963, this Legislative Assembly has been the cornerstone of governance and representation for our diverse communities. The journey from those early days to the present has been marked by significant milestone and transformative changes. In 1974, we witnessed a pivotal moment as the strength of our Assembly increased to its 160 members. This expansion allowed for more inclusive and comprehensive governance, reflecting the rich tapestry of Naga society, and also strengthened our capacity to represent the varied voices of our people. Over the years, our Assembly has been a forum for crucial debates, policy making, and legislative action that have helped and shaped the trajectory of Nagaland's development. From preserving our unique cultural heritage to fostering economic growth and social progress, we have faced and addressed complex issues, guiding Nagaland's progress with vision, conviction, and determination. Drawing strength from the virtues of Article 371A, this very august institution brought about extraordinary exceptionality to the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment in the form of the Nagaland Village and Area Councils Act of 1978 and the new Nagaland Municipal Act of 2023. The 2023 Assembly elections mark a historic milestone in our journey. For the first time in our state history, we welcome 2 women legislators into this august house, showing the progress of this democratic august institution for more inclusive representation. This achievement reflects our commitment to progress and values of equality that have been at the heart of our democratic process. In the past 6 decades, we have not only witnessed the evolution of our legislative process, but also the transformation in governance itself. Driven by the need for greater efficiency, accountability, and transparency, we have embraced the 21st century tools of technology in policy preparations, administrative functioning, and significantly in bringing governance to our people. Innovation and technology have helped us to surpass many traditional challenges and equipped us to create opportunities for our people. Digitization and digital platforms have made the world as we know it smaller, and states like our beloved Nagaland has become larger as we integrate ourselves with the rest of the world and the country. The initiatives of the government have made Nagaland not only a subject of interest, but a destination of investment for the world. In this global scenario, the quality of human resources may just be one of the most determining factors to indicate the progress of our society, besides other equally important indicators. In the 60th year of Nagaland Assembly, we are happy to witness that the government of the day, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Nifurio, who is also the leader of the House, and the Council of Ministers and Advisors, led by Honorable Deputy Chief Ministers, have been making tremendous stride in this direction. And the government officials and civil servants, led by a seasoned and experienced Chief Secretary, have been tirelessly working to give shape to the direction and vision. One that portrays the significant transition that our state is undergoing and the preparation taking place for the future in this process. All this progress and advancements have been made possible on the foundations laid by our elders and former leaders, most of whom are present here. And so today, we are celebrating not just the milestone achieved, but also the lessons learned along the way. Reflecting on our past, we acknowledge the tireless efforts of all those who have served our state and our people in all capacities, all who have dedicated themselves to the betterment of Nagaland. Your collective wisdom, passion and commitment have been instrumental in navigating the challenges and opportunities that have come our way. As we reflect on the journey of the past 6 decades, we are reminded of the countless sacrifices made by our leaders, who have worked tirelessly, selflessly, to build a better future for our people. We pay tribute to their vision, perseverance, and dedication, which have enabled us to overcome numerous challenges and emerge stronger as one people. And in this context, I want to quote a passage from the speech of my esteemed predecessor, late Tiananmen, delivered during his tenure as the chairman of the interim body. I strongly feel what he said still has relevance to our collective pursuits today. He says, "This is my sincere appeal to the people of Nagaland, whether old or young, and man or woman, to build genuine unity and close cooperation for building up this young state of Nagaland. We should regard this not only as a day of rejoicing, but a day of dedication in the service, betterment, and happiness of the Naga people. The first and foremost task of the Naga people today is to maintain a genuine unity. United efforts with genuine search for unity are the urgent and essential needs for restoration of permanent peace and prosperity in this easternmost corner of the country. I strongly feel that there is absolute unison in the sentiments of this August gathering to the words of our first speaker. While we take pride in the past, let us look to the future with hope and renewed determination. I am confident that the Nagaland Legislative Assembly will continue to play a pivotal role in addressing the evolving needs of our people, fostering sustainable development, and preserving our unique cultural identity. We remain committed to the principles of democracy, transparency, and good governance that have guided us thus far. In this commitment and in remembering our former leaders, this august institution have made efforts for the first time in honoring our leaders by naming the Botanical Garden in honor of late Tiananmen, the first speaker of our assembly, the Assembly Library in honor of late Pishu Luau, the first Chief Minister of our state, the Conference Hall in honor of late Ge Shipu, former Speaker of our Assembly, the Committee Room in honor of late Si Chongsen, former Speaker of our Assembly, the Training Room in honor of my immediate predecessor, late Riko Yosel, former Speaker of our Assembly. I hope and pray that this initiative undertaken does not only remain a symbolic gesture, but continues to be practiced and emulated by future leaders of this August House. In conclusion, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for gracing this historic moment with your presence, and I look forward to working together towards greater years of meaningful progress and dedicated service. Thank you. Jai.
We shall now begin the commemorative events with the release and presentation of the 60th anniversary souvenirs, for which I request the Honorable Governor and Honorable Chief Minister to do the honors. Please.
mother became very sick because of various circumstances. So delivery was not possible. Natural delivery was not possible. So it had to be taken out through cesarean. Because the question arose, whether the people should be taken alive or let the baby and the mother should die. That was the situation faced by other people. And at that time, maybe good surgeon, they said, let us first try to take out the baby so that through cesarean, so that it can be alive. In other words, Nagaland was born not naturally, but by cesarean. And we thought that only the people will be alive, but mother also. She was unconscious. So when delivery was taken through cesarean, the mother didn't know whether she has given birth to that baby or not. That is the reason why even today, some people are thinking that they have not given birth to the child. Whereas the people have grown up, now 60 years now. And yet there are people who are still waiting the birth of the child. That is the difference which we supposed to know. Secondly, all the states in the country, these were reorganized through the recommendation of the State Delimitation Committee on linguistic basis. But Nagaland is the only state in the country, for the first time after independence, it was created through political negotiation at Prime Minister level. Why? Because government of India has recognized the uniqueness of Naga political history. Because at that time, people were talking about big states. But at that point of time, when negotiation took place, it has to be agreed upon. And it was, Nagaland is the only first state which was created through political agreement. Mind you. And that is called as separate status. And not only that, in order to protect our religious practices, social practices, even land, our modern land, 371A is there. I was reading some article said it was on the advice of Varial Ben. No, we were in the drafting committee. We have taken it out from 9-point agreement between NSC and Sir Akbar Hydri in 1947. And we converted into constitutional provisions. It was not on the advice of anybody, but it was the drafting committee appointed by the Naga People's Convention that 371A, land and its resources. This was included, and to our great surprise and happiness, the government of India has recognized these provisions, 371A, and this is the only provisions for Nagaland only, and that is the peculiar status of Nagaland today. Now, have a name, Nagaland, which is very dear to our heart. Because in our youth, during this political movement, the youth used to sing, God bless Nagaland, God bless Nagaland, not Nagaland. God bless Nagaland. And this is designed, shaped, and keep imprint by Naga National Council. And this was formalized Christian on 1st December 1963. No other person than Dr. Radhakrishnan, the President of India. Since then, Nagaland has been officially, politically, constitutionally recognized as Nagaland. And Nagaland became very important political entity in the Indian Constitution. From that day, Nagaland has appeared at the map of the world. Nagaland has been recorded as a separate entity within the Indian Union in all the records of the world. But today, some people are even challenging the identity, the political entity of Nagaland. Honorable members, should we not be alert to this? Because in today's world, there are so many elements without understanding the sanctity of Nagaland. They want to challenge this one. But I'm telling you, Nagaland was purchased by the precious blood of the people of Nagaland. Remember, it was purchased through our blood. And therefore, we should not allow any people, any element to disturb, to tarnish the sanctity of our dear Nagaland. Now I would like to tell you why Naga People's Convention was formed. Why? Today, many a time, especially younger generation, without knowing the situation at that point of time, talking so much about against 16 point, against Naga People's Convention. But there was a time in the 50s, because of armed conflict between the Indian security forces and the terrorists of the Naga underground. Then what happened? Houses were burned, granaries were burned, remaining villages were grew and stockaded. Agriculture was denied. Movement was also denied. Men folks were daily engaged in labor force, and the rest were put in jail. Naga people at that time, no food, there was no cultivation. Epidemics, no one to look after. Meeting friends, suspicion. On different people. Now, pressure from Indian security forces, and they're completely cut off from the people because of stockaded our villages. And when the villagers didn't have anything to eat, and when villagers could not go out of the village, naturally, our gather of the underground people, they were much more hit harder than the overcrowd. At that point of time, Naga people suffer. They face troubles and difficulties. And our people live in that condition, unknown, unheard, unloved, uncared by outside world. And we're really standing on a shadowy borderland. Where to go? Whether left or right or front or back. And at that point of time, the Naga political movement was on the verge of collapse.
I send my warm greetings to each and every one of you, and also to the people of Nagaland. Today we gather to mark a significant milestone, the 60th anniversary of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, the Diamond Jubilee celebration provides us not only with an opportunity to reflect on our journey, but also to acknowledge the blessing of the Almighty God, who has guided this assembly to accomplish remarkable milestones over the past 6 decades. May this anniversary inspire us to introspect deeply the chart and vision for an even brighter future for our state. Today, we come together to honor the pioneers, leaders, and the architect of Nagaland, who have left an indelible mark on our state's history. Their visions, determinations, and sacrifices have paved the way for all of us here today. We pay tribute to those who are no longer with us, offering our deepest respect for their selfless services and enduring legacy. I also extend heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed former members of this assembly and their families. I would also like to acknowledge the esteemed presence of Dr. S.C. Jamir, former Chief Minister, who invaluable contributions have greatly enriched the legacy of Nagaland Legislative Assembly. And all those who have contributed, their unwavering commitment has been instrumental in shaping our legislative foundation and in fostering the growth and development of Nagaland. We honor this invaluable contribution, and I hope that we can strengthen our bond with all former parliamentarians and their families as we continue our journey to the people with renewed integrity and compassion. As a tribute to our rich history, I'm pleased to mention again the renaming of several facilities within the Assembly complex. These facilities will now bear the name of our first Honorable Chief Minister, P. Shilua, along with 3 former esteemed speakers, K. Shikhu Sema and C. Chongsen Chang and Sri Miko Yosud. These leaders have left legacies that guide us today, and with this renaming, we renew our commitment to uphold their visions and values. As we celebrate today, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and the officials and staff of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly for organizing this thoughtfully planned and memorable program. The dedication has made to this celebration truly impressive and memorable. And it will remain in our hearts as we cherish memories. The initiative to bring all the ex-members of parliamentarians as MP, as member of this house, and after a long time to see our old friends brings a lot of good memories to each and every one of us. As you are aware, the journey of Nagaland officially began on the 1st of December 1963 amidst a complex and challenging political backdrop. Though time limits us today, we should close to our hearts. We should hold close to our hearts the memories of the significant events and people who shaped our paths to statehood. Their contributions reminds us of the strength and resilience that are the cornerstone of our state identity. The formation of our state and the establishment of this assembly are intricately linked with the Naga political issue, which remains central to our purpose and identity. Since the attainment of statehood, every assembly has recognized the importance of this issue, addressing it in nearly every session and passing a total of 17 resolutions calling for peaceful and inclusive resolutions passed and negotiations. This Assembly's commitment to the Naga cause underscores our collective responsibility to pursue peace, unity, and oneness in Naga family. The Nagaland Legislators Forum on the Naga political issue has served a vital facilitator in peace talks, adapting and evolving to foster dialogue and understanding. Through name changes and resolutions, it has continued to act as a bridge between the negotiation parties and the people of the state. We have taken this issue to the highest level, engaging with the Honorable Prime Minister and central leaders in a spirit of collaboration, always seeking for peace and inclusive settlement. 13th and 14th assemblies, all the members have united to address the Naga political issue by forming an opposition-less government. I extend my gratitude to all the honorable members, particularly those outside the PDA, for coming together in this unified approach. This reflects our shared commitment to peace, justice, and progress for the people of Nagaland. The issue of Naga integration, which emerged from the 16-point agreement, remain a core part of the larger Naga political movement since 1964. This assembly has passed 6 resolutions advocating for the administrative integration of contiguous Naga inhabited areas, with the most recent resolution in 2018. We will continue to pursue this goal in the spirit of unity and solidarity. As a democratic body, the Nagaland Legislative Assembly embodies the people's will and is entrusted with the responsibility of lawmaking for the public good. This assembly has consistently passed acts through respectable discussions and without discord, demonstrating a commitment to conducting our proceedings with dignity. This is a reflection of our shared values and mutual respect for different viewpoints. The government is accountable to this assembly. Its tenure depends on the House confidence. Mechanisms such as assembly questions, debates, resolutions, and the activities of various House committees ensure this accountability. Over the years, these mechanisms have functioned effectively with the efforts of the leadership of past, present speakers, deputy speakers, and honorable members who have upheld their responsibilities with dedication and integrity. Nagaland Legislative Assembly have a good legacy of conducting its business with dignity and respect, a tradition that is becoming increasingly rare in today's time. I am confident that under the able guidance of the Honorable Speaker and Deputy Speaker, this House and those that follow will continue to uphold this noble tradition. May God bless Nagaland and guide our assembly in all our future endeavor. Thank you and God bless.
It is with profound honor that I stand before you today on this momentous occasion, the 60th anniversary of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, that is being celebrated with the theme Embracing Innovation and Celebrating Legacy. Today, we are gathered not only to celebrate the 6 decades of governance and representation, but also to honor the enduring spirit of our democracy. This year, marking the 60th anniversary of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, as a symbol of democracy assumes great significance, and this event will be inscribed in the annals of our state's history. As we reflect on the rich history of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, we remember that our journey began on December 1, 1963, when Nagaland became a state of the Indian Union. Following the first elections in January 1963, the inaugural assembly convened on February 11, 1964. Since that day, the assembly has served as a pillar of governance, a house that echoes the voices of the people and championing their aspirations. We celebrate the commitment, resilience, and endeavor of the elected representatives who have served in this esteemed institution. Each member has played a crucial role in advocating the aspirations and challenges of their constituencies and contributing to the rich mosaic of Nagaland's political landscape. The strength of our legislative assembly, composing of 60 members, lies in its representation of our diverse communities. Since its inception, the Nagaland Legislative Assembly has come a long way and has seen remarkable achievements. It has not been just a governing body, but the voice of the people, a guardian of democratic values, and a symbol of unity in our diverse state. The Assembly, with its usual tenure of 5 years, has seen the rise of many visionary leaders, past and present, dedicated to serving the people and the country. On this day, we salute and honor them for their enduring contribution to our state and our country. The theme of this celebration, embracing innovation and celebrating legacy, sums up our commitment to honor the past while eagerly anticipating the future. As we celebrate this legacy, we must also acknowledge the crucial role of innovation in shaping governance. In an ever-evolving world, embracing new ideas and technologies is imperative to enhance our legislative process, making governance more transparent, accessible, and responsive to our citizens' needs. To conclude, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the members of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, past and present, on this momentous anniversary. As we commemorate the legacy of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, let us carry forward in values into the future and work towards building a brighter and more prosperous Nagaland and Bharat, one that not only embraces progress but also respects its rich heritage and traditions. Thank you. Jai Hind.